Will Orlandoo ring and pinion gears work inside an MA10 axle? Let's find out. Hello everyone and welcome! I've got a quick video for y'all today with a simple goal, and that's to see whether or not these gears from Orlandoo will fit and work with one of our MA10 axle assemblies. Now these MA10 axles have been used for many small-scale RC car projects and plastic model to RC conversions. Their true 1/25th scale size makes them ideal for these types of super lifelike projects, and we have many different variations available on our Patreon for hobbyists to 3D print and use for their projects. And of course, if you're looking for some examples of these axles being used for various builds, there's certainly no shortage of projects showcased here on this channel. But of course, a tiny axle needs some tiny gears, which can be a bit difficult to 3D print, particularly if you don't have access to a high-resolution 3D printer. And even if you can 3D print the gears yourself, they may only be suitable for lower-powered models that will be carefully driven on smooth surfaces only, as too much power or too rough of driving can cause the gears to fail. As I've talked about before, 3D printed gears are perfectly fine for some of these more lifelike vehicles that I've built, which place more emphasis on lifelike realism rather than high-speed, high-power RC performance. But sometimes a little more strength is needed. At that point, metal gears, such as these brass ring and pinion gear sets that we sell, will be required. These are much stronger and have proved to be an extremely reliable means of transferring power for brushless motors or off-road vehicles. The only issue is the price. We're a very small and humble operation here at Make It RC, so it's not like we can have these parts manufactured in large enough numbers to greatly reduce the per unit cost. They're great parts quality and function-wise, just a bit pricey unfortunately, and at our size there's really nothing we can do to change that. If only there was a more mass-produced, lower-cost, off-the-shelf option that could be made to work as well. Well, according to some fellow builders and Patreon members, there actually is. These here are the ring and pinion gears designed for the Orlandoo Hunter micro-crawlers. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video will be familiar with their products, and maybe even have built some of their vehicles. Many of them are technically smaller than the 1/24th and 1/25th scale vehicles that I tend to showcase a lot on this channel, but with the high level of accuracy and detail I'm trying to replicate with some of these functional drivetrain and suspension components, oftentimes I'll be using parts much smaller than the more conventional 1/24 scale RC components you'll see included in popular products like the SCX24. So I ordered this set here for around $10 shipped, and they sure do look similar in size to the gears that I designed specifically for the MA10. I've been aware of Orlandoo products for many years, but I honestly didn't reference any of their parts when designing the MA10, but I would completely understand if you thought otherwise, as these really are quite close in size, particularly the pinion gear. Initially, I thought about designing an all-new axle housing that would accommodate these Orlandoo gears, but I was told by some customers that they will actually just drop right in place with nothing more than maybe a little bit of massaging being required in a few spots on the housing. Obviously, the similarities between these Orlandoo gears and the Make It RC ones are easy to see, as the pinion gear shaft diameter, length, and hole placement is very similar, and the outer diameter of the ring gear is only slightly larger on the Orlandoo. There are some pretty obvious differences though, particularly with the ring gear. Included with the Orlandoo is an O-ring and a small pin. I assume that would lock it into a custom axle shaft with a hole to not only position the ring gear, but also transfer power. If you're familiar with the MA10 design, it's a bit less fancy, as you just glue the gear directly to a 2mm threaded rod. Of course, during the assembly process, you're responsible for making sure everything is positioned correctly and aligned as it should. The inner diameter on the Make It RC ring gear is obviously just a bit over 2mm, but the hole on the Orlandoo gear is a bit larger, so there's definitely some slop there if we want to glue it to a 2mm threaded rod. Some minor differences, but I'm confident I can still make it work. I 3D printed some MA10 axle housing pieces, and I went ahead and assembled the axle just as normal, but with a few differences to accommodate these Orlandoo gears. The first difference was I went ahead and used an M2 size washer to sit on the back side of the pinion gear to space it slightly more towards the inside. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a requirement, but I just thought things might fit a little bit better with that washer in place. And then for the ring gear, I 3D printed a little cylinder with a 2mm opening in the middle to have something to kind of press the gear up against and make sure it's positioned like it should, since it would otherwise be kind of a loose fit with that slightly larger than 2mm hole. I then got everything lined up and made sure that the gears are engaging like they should be. This is definitely more critical with 3D printed gears, but making sure that they're spaced correctly is extremely important, as otherwise they might break or wear out prematurely. I've honestly been amazed at what a difference proper alignment versus poorly aligned gears can have when it comes to how well they hold up. Obviously, with these gears being made of metal, they're not going to fail or wear down nearly as easily, at least I assume. But still something I think is worth taking your time to get right. I know I say this all the time, but with this niche of the hobby, it's not like clicking together Legos or putting together a store-bought RC chassis. With these plastic models, especially when you're making them functional, a fair amount of precision and finessing and fine-tuning is going to be required to not only get the best appearance, but also the best operation. Things aren't always going to just drop right into place. You need to really be precise with how you're positioning everything and take a lot of care during the assembly process. But like I said, every other part of building this M810 is exactly the same. I'm using the same bearings, the same M2 size threaded rod, and the same hardware as normal. I'll call it a good fit, maybe not a perfect fit, only because that slightly larger outer diameter ring gear does rub against the housing just a bit. Not enough that I think I need to worry about it in the context of a small-scale, highly detailed radio-controlled model. I just packed in a bunch of grease and everything feels nice and smooth, so I'm gonna call it good. If you really wanted to, you could carefully remove some material from the areas where it's rubbing on the inside of the housing, but otherwise it's a surprisingly good fit. Here I thought I was going to have to modify the design of this axle housing, but nope. Aside from just a little bit of rubbing, like I said, it's a great fit and absolutely should work just fine. I can't imagine these gears are going to give me any issues, but I will be using them with an upcoming 4x4 build to see how well they hold up. Fortunately, I've had absolutely zero issues with the brass gears that we sell, and I assume that these here from Orlandoo will be no different. Also, it appears that you can get steel versions of these gears, which I would assume would be even stronger. With these miniature lifelike models, I don't think we're going to have any issues with these, but I will test them out on some reasonable off-road challenges and make sure everything is holding up as expected. But so far, I say for less than $10, give this set a try and see what you think. There's no way we can have our brass gears manufactured for anything close to that amount, so unless Orlandoo discontinues this specific part, honestly, these may be the way to go. There's a few extra steps in there to get these gears lined up, like I mentioned, and it's maybe not quite as perfect of a fit. But if they prove to work just as well, these may be the way to go. Or again, 3D print the gears yourself is always an option if you have the ability to do some high-resolution 3D printing. I know I'm a little late to the party here when it comes to utilizing these Orlandoo gears with the M810, but it's great to see there's another option out there, and I can confirm for myself that they are compatible. If you're interested in learning more about the M810 and downloading the STL files, or just want to help support the channel, I have included a link to our Patreon below in the description. Of course, a huge thanks to all of our Patreon supporters and channel members for helping to make these videos possible. But that's all I've got for today's video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.